mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mask, man, it's time to rob. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us here. Am I good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's do it.
All good
What's
in the
good?
building. Good to see you in the building this evening. Number one father and son podcast in the multiverse.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
I'm
all
hearing
that.
stuff. I'm hearing stuff about internet universes on TikTok. People talking about timelines that they died in, and now they in this one. It's a lot. But we the best podcast in that universe too.
We in the yes. As these
All right.
universes collapse on each other,
Yeah.
we here.
Listen, man. We are here. Thank you guys for joining us. Hope everybody had an incredible week. How was your week?
Don't ask me that, Malcolm. Let's get straight to the show.
All right.
You asked me that during the first break. That's what the people want.
That's my fault. Okay,
They want us to get right to it, so let's get to it.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
I mean, it feels a little impersonal, but you know. All right, Corey, Holcomb, and Anton. Let's get to the shit.
Let's get to the shit.
All right, so I woke up this morning, saw that clip floating around of those two men getting into it, right, on the 5150 show, Corey Holcomb's show. He had Anton. This is Anton Daniels. Is that his name?
Yes.
Right, had him on the show, and they were discussing some things. Now, the first clip I saw was obviously the drama, them getting into it, and then Anton storming off, and then Corey calling him a bunch of things that ain't the child of God. You know what I mean? And it was incredible. So then I said, all right, come on, let me get some more context as to what led to this. Now, as a preface to this conversation, I am not a fan of either one of these gentlemen. I'm just not. I don't watch Corey. Every time I see him, he's yelling into the camera about somebody, about something. Not really my cup of tea. Anton, he's the opposite side of the same coin, in my opinion. Every time I see him, he is talking down to somebody like he is better than them. I really can't get with that either. So I'm just kind of not really a fan of either one of them. However, I will say this. I have seen content. I have seen videos of those two gentlemen making solid points for whatever they were talking about. Like I'm not gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. I've heard both of them make really solid arguments for whatever they were talking about at the time. So I'll just kind of put that there. Now, when I saw I didn't see the entire video, but when I saw more of the argument and more what led up to the argument, it was funny because what you saw was a prime example of what social media is.
Yes.
Like they were literally, as I mentioned, they are literally two sides of the same coin. Corey operates out of emotion, in my opinion. Anton operates out of ego, in my opinion. They were having one conversation, but looking at it from completely two different lenses. And they were both, I would say, being hypocritical in their own little way, right? Because Anton said something, he said, well, I don't identify as black, I identify as Christian. Something to that effect. He gets on his show today, talks out of the other side of his mouth, and he says, you know, because as black people, why are we listening? Now he's black. Why are we listening to people like Corey? He's a comedian. He's a court justice. So that's what they do. He was calling Corey hypocritical on his end, and Corey was calling him hypocritical. Now, where I think things went left, okay? And this is a lesson for men in the chat. This is a lesson for women in the chat who like to say these things to men, okay? They were talking about... Corey said something to the effect of, you don't say anything negative about white males, something to that effect. And then they started getting loud. And then he said, you kiss ass to white men, right? Let's kiss ass. Anton, in his response, said, you suck dick of black people. Now, again, this is a family show, right? But we got to talk about this. That is a no-no, okay? To any just
That's
man,
a
you don't
universal no.
Universal no. Like I can't stress that enough. Like if you like, I've seen people who probably didn't really want to fight, and then somebody throws that on the table, and it's all bets is off at that point. Not because they probably really wanted to fight, but because I have to take it there at that point. Now,
Exactly.
Right? You know what I'm saying? He says that. And you see Corey's face. You see his face. He tells the lady, "Let's switch seats." Right? I thought that was. I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought that was some G. Okay, I see where this is going. Now if you watch the video, there's also an invisible line that you don't cross when it comes to men. If you wash their hands, they were not crossing that invisible line because, in my opinion, neither one of these gentlemen wanted to fight because. Corey got up. He said like, yo, we could take it there. Anton said, let's step outside. Corey act like he ain't here. Anton. Now, Anton also apologized. He did say sorry. He apologized to Corey. So it's just like, okay, y'all, neither one of y'all want to fight, but y'all are really, really disrespectful, right? And it's just something like I'm watching it, and my fight or flight is going off in my skin because I'm just like, him switching seats like that. And then here's the thing. Corey knows, right? Because his last co-host beat the brakes off of Ari Spears in the same show. On that platform.
Zoe.
On that platform.
I think it's Zoe Williams.
Yeah, for talking crazy, and they were right next to each other, and Zoe got off, right? So I'm like, okay, are we about to see another one of this? So that was my thing. Then the other side of me, right? The mature side is going, these two grown men in their 40s, almost their 50s.
Corey 56.
Yeah, in their 50s, right? Fighting over a difference of opinion. At the end of the day, this is a difference of opinion. Fighting, about to fight on screen. There's hundreds of thousands of people who watched both of you guys collectively, and you guys are about to fight. What does that say as well? You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I was. It was a bevy of different emotions and kind of thoughts I was going through as I was watching this. How about you? What did you think?
My thought process was very similar. First of all, there's a love language and there's a language of war. All right? 85% of communication is nonverbal. And where I'm from, up in the Bronx, I'm just telling you, there's a zone, right, that no two men should go into without there being an exchange. And as close as these two men were, I said they either fucking or fighting. What we doing here?
What we doing here?
We fucking or we fighting? Face to face with another man in that intimate space is a no-no, especially after another man just invited you or dick the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sucking.
Yeah.
And so that told me that neither one of them wanted to fight. But where I'm from, that's an instant. The minute you switch seats, you now have the advantage because you're standing over him, right? If you was gonna make that happen. Now, let me fast forward to my adult self. There's too much to lose between both of them, right? So in the end, I have to applaud what didn't happen, the grown man in me. However, even grown men to this day, I know OGs that will poke you up if you come within their space because that's the way they're trained. Them two dudes was almost acting like they wanted Darlene to put her hand in the middle and say the first one to hit my hand. Because, back in the days, that's when both of y'all really didn't want to fight. And somebody was like, you know what? First person to hit me, then you hit them. Nigga, I didn't hit you. He hit you. Fight him. Or y'all do the shoulder to shoulder shit. Where y'all walking around the shoulder. And so this social media thing, right, has got this shit twisted. Let's talk about Corey. Like you said, very emotional, very want to dominate his show and overcast everyone else on his show, and no one wants to check him. He invited, let's talk about this too. He invited somebody on his show that he probably don't like, right? That's a no-no. If I invite you into my space here, it's because we are in alignment. Not necessarily meaning we have to agree with everything because great conversation is great conversation. However, if I don't like you, I don't even want you in my digital space, my physical space. And so Anton is an agitator as well. Very feminine
passive
energy.
aggressive.
Say it again.
Very passive aggressive.
Very passive aggressive. A lot of feminine energy. Doesn't remind me of Detroit in any shape, form, or fashion, but I'll save that for another day. And so him being the intellectual of the two, Corey being the street dude of the two, it reminds me of 40-Year-Old Virgin when Kevin Hart walked into the electronics store and he said, yo, my nigga, you're using a lot of big words. And I don't understand them. So I'm going to take
it as disrespect.
I'm going to take it as disrespect. You know what I mean? You want nigga? Now you got a nigga. No, he cool. He cool. I got him. You want him a nigga? South Shore. Crips nigga. Aim high, Willis. And so it kind of gave me that vibe when those passive-aggressive feminine type dude will use trigger words. And so he came in for the smoke. Right? He don't like Corey either. So he came in with his bodyguard, some girl, and he came in. And so this was going, when I saw the thumbnail, I said, this is not going to end well. Yeah. It's just not going to end well because he was talking over Corey's head. Right? He spoke a lot of true points about not necessarily a Christian thing, because I don't know how you become a religion before you become, and not even just using black as a reference, but an essence of who you are, right? But black people had a lot to do with the trade slave. I mean, the slave trade, so did Arabs. There was a lot of people involved, and Corey didn't seem to understand where he was going with certain points. But when we switch seats now I have to kill you. I have to. Because I am at the point of no return.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then when he got up and asked him to come outside and Corey didn't get up from his seat, bravo, because then you would have really been at the point of no return. Right? You have your show, you have other people who are feeding you, but don't let this internet shit get you fucked up. You know what I mean? You have to be the same person you are all the time. And both of them kind of checked each other. But, I mean, at the end of the day, neither one of them did anything.
Yeah, and past the drama stuff, I think the conversation is.
Okay, are we?
You hear me?
Yep,
Good?
can hear you now. Yep.
I was saying, like, literally watch that conversation. Like, they were having two separate conversations in the same room when the same question was posed.
Yes.
Really interesting stuff. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
we trying to stay connected. Yeah.
Really interesting stuff. Like, he's talking about Corey is talking about racism and white supremacy on like a really fundamental, basic level.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Corey is trying to go on top of it and say, well, you're missing this. All right, cool. You could go there, but if I'm talking to you here, meet me here if you're that smart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about anybody. If you're that smart, you could talk over and through and stuff like that. If you can't meet somebody where they are and have a conversation with them, then you're not that smart. You're playing
Yes.
smart.
Yes. And then there's the intellectual masturbation between both. You know what I mean? Talking over each other. I want to make this point. You're not that smart. And then it just got personal. Antoine, the reason, let me tell you about you, which is what they wanted to open up with at the beginning. So it was small talk in the beginning, but at the end of the day, right? There's a space that men should never go into, right? You know the invisible line.
Yes.
But don't let this internet thing put you in don't write no checks your ass can't cash. That's what my mother used to say. Dwayne, don't write no checks your ass can't cash. So the minute I get up and say it again, nigga, say it again. Why he gotta say it again? He already said it.
Yeah, he already
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're gonna hook off.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I
that
mean?
that was a real lesson my pops gave me and my brothers growing
Long
up. He
time
said,
ago.
if you feel like the fight is about to happen, make it happen.
What we waiting for? That was always my thing. Use your Jedi shit, right?
If my school call
this
you,
is a fight.
Yeah.
I'm hooking off.
Yeah.
Let's get it on, you know? And I've won many a fight out of shock value. Like, nigga just walk up on me and I can sense.
You fight good. You fight real good when you don't see it. Like, when it's just happening.
Yes. Yeah. I had a dude who had a chain wrapped around his hand, and I didn't know that. He was just walking up on me fast, like he wanted to talk, because I said some foul shit to his girl or whatever. And when I hooked off on this dude, he was so sharp, he dropped the lock in his hand. He could have beat the shit out of me because he had, and he was so shocked, and then it was on and popping. And so as an old school dude, they just was, the whole shit was gay. How about that? Let's just sum this shit up. The whole shit was gay. These niggas is like this. Yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You say it again, nigga. We can go outside. I don't like you. I would apologize, nigga. There's no reason for me to be in another man. Even if I'm in the club with you, I'm not facing you like that, nigga. I'm whispering in your ear, yo, what we doing? Let's get out of boom boom because it's loud or something. Yeah. That is intimate space. That is Papa Dot and Mama Dot space. Yeah. She the only one allowed to get up in that space there, nigga. Other than that, shit. So, yeah. They could have kept that.
Somebody in the comments say, great for ratings. Yeah, they both about to capitalize off that.
And that lends into the social media shit we talking about. Y'all not gonna fight. Y'all just benefited. Both of y'all think y'all won. For whatever reason.
Very interesting. Very interesting reaction from that fallout, because you can tell. I promise you can tell somebody's just kind of mindset from who they feel won that argument. Right.
Right.
Then people go, yo, Corey, check that nigga. Yeah. Antoine checked him. He and then you go. It's people who go. I think they both had their points, and I think they both got checked, and I think they canceled each other out. Like, it's very interesting to see just kind of, and that's how that's how
the Kendrick and Drake war went down.
Yeah, it's exactly how.
That's how
everybody has their own
right. Yep. Confirmation bias works. I liked all the points Corey made because I'm from the streets. And other people like, yo, that nigga Corey too emotional. His emotions is paper thin. And homie played him. And then homie invited him outside and he didn't get up. Where your nuts at, Corey? Then there's the elders who ain't got none of this. Say, I'm not sure you want to take it there because once you throw the punch, you can't unpunch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sawing and popping. So choose wisely, young men and women, when you want to take it there. But be careful because words are very damaging. And when you tell another man that he's sucking the dick of black people, that's a weird statement to make. Yo. And Corey made a weird statement too. You ain't never been to jail? No, nigga, you ain't been to jail either. So I'm confused. What are we talking about? I know niggas in jail. We all know niggas. But Antoine, I don't know no niggas in jail. I'm out here getting money. And so it just became a pissing contest. And Malcolm, we only had one rule on this show. We don't debate people on live TV because you don't know where their ego is going to go or what they could say that's off the rails, right?
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And if you get into it, we can't rewind it and edit the shit out. So it's best just to keep our conversation moving, allow people space to speak their piece. You don't have to necessarily agree, but when you go live in particular, it's a little different, you know? Yeah. And I've seen hella dudes get duffed out because you triggered somebody's emotions.
Bro, listen, there's people, I have a friend who murdered somebody, like, off of words, bro. Like, yeah. Then I also have friends who gotten killed. Like, it's that fast.
Yes.
That fast.
Yes.
Right? And off of somebody telling, like, and I get it, like, there is like a natural, like, primitive thing in men, especially men, when it comes to just disrespect. Like, I can't feel disrespected, especially by another dude. You know what I mean? So there is something to be had here, but you got to try to think 3 and 4 steps out of that because
you have to
left
when you have something to lose and they don't. See, both of them gentlemen, I think, had something to lose.
Yes.
Because I already told you, if you hit me, I'm suing. I suffered pain. I needed law.
I need law. Yeah.
I need law, right? At my age, first of all, you know, it would have to be a fight or flight, life or death situation for me at my age to physically want to fight you, right? So to all the rappers out there, because I talk shit about all of them on my little show in my little comfortable, this little cupboard here. Yeah. When I meet them, I shake their hands firmly. I look them in their eye, and my mind is already saying, what did I say about this nigga? Because I know I said something. How does he want to handle that? Does he want to say, yo, come on, Dot? And then we could talk, you know, sometime or whatever. Or if I'm standing on business, that's the way I feel about it. Yeah. You know? But if you strike me, because you know I got beef with 50, I got beef with Fat Joe, I keep beef out here in these streets. If you hit me, I'm going to need law. Yeah. It's as simple as that. I'm going to need law.
And and that was another thing when Eric Spears got beat up on 5150, he was trying to sue Corey for that. You get what I'm saying? So like
you damn right.
This happened on your platform, so you don't want to like it's And
there are a lot of people, my wife is included. You know, Corey's not her cup of tea. You know, I enjoy some of his stand up because he's two different people. When he's in his stand up, he's in his bag. You know, he says the things that make you very uncomfortable, but they cross your mind. And that's a zone. He has created a lane for himself. But when he's on 5150, I just keep the dial moving. You know what I mean? I just keep it moving. Speaking of comedians and doing comedy shows, last night, me and Mama Dot went to go see the movie premiere of our brother Godfrey.
Shout out. Shouts out.
Shouts out. And he showed up at the theater. I kind of had a feeling he would, It's your movie and it's only playing in 2 theaters in New York. And so he popped in because the movie started and then it froze. And I'm saying, just like niggas can't get shit. The budget is probably small. The nigga can't even put the movie on the screen and play the shit. Somebody got to go in and manually wind the movie so we can see the shit. This is what I'm thinking. But lo and behold, the lights came on and Godfrey came out. He thanked the crowd. You know what I'm saying? He, showed appreciation for us being there. Had a nice little turnout. It wasn't standing room only, which I think it should have been because he's that type of comedian. However, I felt it was very nostalgic to go to the movies and watch a comic. I hadn't did that since Raw. You know what I mean? Which is way back in 87 or something. Yeah. And so he was funny as usual, new material as usual. He's smart, he's conscious, and he's hilarious. And those 3 components, played well on the screen. And kudos to Godfrey, who should come do our show. Absolutely. Very soon. Or we'll rent a spot, Malcolm. You know what I mean? We'll start renting spots for special guests to come through. I liked it. Because I think we have a lot to talk about. So shout out to...
Is his special going to be like on any streaming platforms or is it direct to consumer?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it'll have a limited... It was sold out in Atlanta, maybe some other cities. It's probably a limited run in the theaters, and then maybe it'll hit a streaming service because he did say, Netflix ain't rocking with him. And his special was better than 95% of those specials I see on Netflix. So it may be something about him. Yeah. It's called Rebel with the Cause, something about his truth and how he presents it, because he's been out here for years. Yeah, so they know who he is. He told me I even heard him in an interview say he auditioned for Saturday Night Live, and years later, one of the, I don't know if it was executives or actors on the show, said they didn't want another Eddie Murphy situation. Meaning he was that polarizing, that funny. He know his characters. He can go in and out of characters. And so he's sort of like in the space we in. We have an audience that rocks with us, that loves us, but it is what it is. So again, shout out Brother Godfrey.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Now from stand-up comedian, we're gonna talk about internet comedian Druski. He set the internet on fire the other day. He released a new skit in which he was a pastor at a megachurch. I thought was hilarious. Yes. And you know what's crazy? You know what the sad part about this is? If you didn't know who Druski was, like if you didn't know who he was, you didn't know he does skits, if you watch the first 10 seconds of that video, you might think it's real.
Yes.
That's how accurate that was. And somebody said he had everything. He had himself hanging up. He had talking about the project that they trying to have in Zimbabwe or whatever, and we need $4 million right at this moment. Give up your life savings right now. The only thing he didn't have was the first lady. He didn't have the first lady sitting in the front. That was the only thing. But I thought it was hilarious. He said they asked me why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutin. He said because I'm a Christian walking in the blood of Jesus, and showed his red bottoms. I thought that was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
I thought that was hilarious. Yeah. He killed that. And got a lot of people. I saw a few people upset about it, and then like the irony there is just like, but like that he didn't. None of that was made up. Like that. He took a few things from actual real.
I saw the actual guy who did that. Came down on the wires. Yeah. I think he got stuck halfway or something. And so Christians are in their feelings, some of them, because he's making a mockery of the church. And I say, no, he didn't make he made a mockery of the way churches run with these get-rich pastors and the environment in the church, which should have nothing to do with all of these name brands, with all of this money raising. God don't need no money. What God need money for? And so the church itself is become a mockery of what the word or the true word is supposed to be about. If you have a mega church, like why? What does that mean? You have the ability to reach more people through the spirit of Jesus Christ? No, it just means you're doing well, yes? And you have ATM machines in the church, and y'all collecting money sometimes 3 and 4 times now in a session. When I went to church, I grew up in the church. As a little boy, my grandmother was a pastor. My father was licensed to preach at 12. My grandfather was a reverend, right? So I grew up in the church. They bring that bucket around once, maybe twice for something, maybe. But it was always, and my grandmother would always put a few dollars in my pocket so that I can put it in there. You know me, nigga. I'm a nigga from the Bronx. Nigga, I ain't got much. She gave me $3. I put 2 in. She gave me $5, maybe $3. Went in that shit. That's it. I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving the church with something, right? And so, he's just, it should all make you all uncomfortable. Yeah. With Donnie McClurkin and all of them are doing in these churches. And
I went through that lawsuit, by the way.
Say it again.
I went through that lawsuit, by the way.
I know it's ugly, right?
Oh, he sent an email out apologizing for oh my God, he's going
for the
down.
Treachery.
He is going down.
Yeah, he looked bad when he came on the screen. And so, gay to pray, gay or gay.
Pray to gay.
Pray on the gay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
P-R-E-Y on the gay.
Yeah, he's going
how
down.
We doing this?
He's going down.
This is bad.
Yeah.
And real pastors, shout out to those who they really, because if that's your beliefs, is that Jesus Christ came and died for your sins, walk that walk and talk that talk, right? There's 501(c)(3) plans involved. There's hidden agendas involved. There's vaccinating your people involved. The churches now are the agents. These are the ops. The way they're run. I told you a few weeks ago, they flew 1,000 pastors out to Is It Real?
Yes.
For retraining. When you want a job and the job changed, they send you away for retraining so that you can come back. They sent them to Israel, Is It Real for retraining on a number of things. So when drama goes off in the hood, you know what it is. Who steps out in front to quell it? Who's promoting vaccines? Who's promoting voting? Democrat? All of this stuff is being operated out of the church now, and you can't tell me that's a safe place to go and learn the word of God. So I'm good on that.
What I will say, this is a good movie on Netflix. It's like a mystery whodunit, the Knives Out series. Wake Up Dead Man, and it's a cool perspective on the church and true believers versus people who only use it for their own agendas. Really, it's actually an entertaining movie. But with Druski himself, I'm always fascinated at how he's able to pull these things off, because obviously I think this is like his biggest budget one, right, by far.
Yes.
But the fact that he was able to rent that place up, get all these people to kind of buy into the thing. He's done that with the Asian nail salon,
the hillbilly white boy,
the hillbilly white dude,
the Israelites.
Oh yeah.
Remember, his whole thing now, he's just putting extra effort behind what would be normally YouTube skits because of the budget that he has. And All he's doing, in my humble opinion, is holding up a mirror to what society has become.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. I don't really find him overall funny, but his skits, some of them are just hilarious and even, eye-opening. So I have zero problems with him finding his lane to differentiate himself from the others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Huh?
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Malcolm.
Yo, go ahead.
Before we go any further, today is Dr. King's birthday. Right?
It is today, yes.
And I'm feeling in the spirit of God, because we're talking about God and the Christian church and all that God has to offer. So today, I normally would be, listen, I ain't even gonna hold you, because you know I keep it with me. Right? Normally, I'm loading up to take aim at Dr. King and his legacy and all of that, right? I'm not going to do that today, Malcolm. In the spirit of Jesus Christ, I'm going to just honor the work he put in, right?
Okay.
All of the steps that he took in his mind that he thought was leading us in the right direction, right? All of the monuments. You guys get a day off on Monday, to celebrate his story. And so salute to Dr. It's taking me a lot to do this, but I'm trying to show growth, Malcolm. Trying to show growth. So salute Dr. King on his birthday, his contributions, his sacrifices that he made for Black people. Yeah. You want to add on to that, Malcolm?
No, that was great.
Malcolm, you want to add on to that?
No, I'm fine. Salute to him on his birthday. No, listen, again, I have spoken at length about this. It's easy to try to take the contrarian thought on Dr. King. However, when just like the church, just like when you just kind of just sit down with the foundational lessons that he was trying to convey, you can't be mad at that. And as you get older and as you see what was happening, he made mistakes. He did not have all the information as we do now in 2026 with the level of hindsight that we have now. But he was a young man. You know what I mean? He wasn't he was a young man, and he wasn't able to fully live out his life and to kind of see, I might have made a mistake here. I should have, done it this way here. But definitely salute to him. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I think it's an interesting this kind of case study for a lot of what I just kind of mentioned.
It's a case study for a number of things. For instance, when you're young and you look up to somebody, right? Mm-hmm. You're looking up to them based on the information that you have at that time. Mm-hmm. So in school, my white teacher would sit around and she would speak about the civil rights, and she would paint him in this way. And for us as children who didn't have a lot of heroes growing up in our neighborhood, he became the ultimate hero, right? Mm-hmm. Then as you get older, just like in your personal life, you had an uncle or somebody you looked up to, you get older and find out this is a piece of shit. Or, but based on the information you can digest when you get older, right? Mm-hmm. And some people are still young. I'm not talking about their physical age. They're still young when it comes to Christianity, when it comes to King. And when they grow up, they're going to have to realize their uncle may have not been who they thought he was.
Listen, the world gets smaller the more you learn. It just does, right? So when you grow up and you're thinking about, the civil rights movement, and we're just thinking that we were all marching to the same beat and things like that, and then you really do research and realize how much of this was PR. Like how many of these things that happened were orchestrated, were stunts to create headlines, to generate headlines and things like that. How many people did not rock with? We know how many people didn't rock with Malcolm. We know how many. Then the amount of people who didn't rock with Dr. King, crazy, because we just kind of have this idea that, especially if I wasn't alive at that time, but especially when we're coming up, we think everybody was just moving this way, and it was one or two people just going the other way. That black people all said, right, we're following you, but it wasn't that. That was not the case. Even the March on Washington, even the speech, bro, like. Even
Malcolm, stop it right there. We said
we're honoring. We're honoring. We're honoring. We'll talk about it next week, though. I'm just saying.
Let's move on.
Let's just move on before I get started.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
All right. But speaking of internet comedians and things like that, this guy's not a comedian, but he is an internet figure. Kai Cenat. Apparently, people discovered this week that he has a secret YouTube channel. Videos only get a few thousand views of him reading out loud because he wants to become a better reader. He's wants to increase his vocabulary. So he's doing this all in real time on camera. Now, there's, again, internet is a wild place because there's two sides to how people feel about that, right? People are going, yeah, that's dope. He looks like he is maturing overnight. And listen, he's a young man, right? I know what it feels like. I'm 32 to wake up and feel like a different person, to wake up and just go, I cared about that yesterday. What the hell? Right? Like I was striving to get that, and I could care less about that now. And it feels like your brain is just kind of finally developed a bit. So it looks like that's what's happening to him. He might have been going through a breakup as well. That'll do it to you too. You know what I mean? That'll kind of try to get you in the right direction, right? Then there's other people calling it performative, right? They say, what you doing reading out loud for? Like, you trying to get sympathy, you trying to, just have footage for your documentary. Well, like, once you do this, you already got enough money. Why are you trying to get more money? Or why are you filming in 420p when you know you got better cameras than that? You're only doing that for attention. You're trying to feel more authentic, stuff like that. So you can't win on the internet. You can't win. If he's doing this, if he's genuinely trying to do this, if he's genuinely trying to better himself and trying to document that process, kudos to him. So that's all I got for that.
All right, well, I'm going to open up in the book of Genesis. In the beginning, in beginning, did you ever see that? You ever see that skit, Malcolm?
No.
You never see that African guy? He's in his church and he's trying to read English.
Yes.
In the beginning.
Yes.
In the beginning. It's hilarious. Anyway.
Really quick. Somebody said if it's genuine, keep it off the internet. The reason why I kind of disagree with that is because he's done everything else on the internet to the point where he has so many fans watching. Right? He has so many fans watching, mimicking all the wild things he's done, mimicking all that. So if he can post a more positive image of something, maybe, just maybe, that will force other kids to want to learn and read as well. Because the literacy in this country is frightening, especially with people his age. It's frightening. So if he can be an influence and influence other young, teens, kids and stuff like that to want to up their vocabulary as well, increase their vocabulary, then I think that's a good thing.
I think so too. And here's the thing, we make light of things here. He's also transitioning because he wants to be an actor, I think. And in order to be able to be an actor, you have to be able to read the teleprompter. It has cut a lot of people short because now he's transitioning out of the streaming stuff. He's found Jesus. He's going through a transformation. I think they got him. That's just me, right?
That could be it too,
But
man.
in getting him, it doesn't mean it's over. It means we see you as a high influencer. Remember, we're talking about light beings, right? chosen ones, light beings, they get onto you early and they smother you so that you don't reach your full potential, right? And so if he's learning how to do it in real time, but his whole life is online, then, because when you want to know about the unknown, what do we study?
The known.
All right. The known is his whole life is online. So why would this not be online, right? And like you said, if it helps other people, because the functional illiterate in this country is probably 85% of the population.
Yo.
Right? The Daily News and the Post is for 4th grade reading level. You'd be surprised how many people just know the light is red, I stop. The light is green, I go. I see the walk symbol. I got emojis on my phone to help me out with this. People now, you literally can be a functional illiterate. Look at half the damn rappers, bro.
Yeah.
Half them fuckers can't read.
That's a
But
fact.
R. Kelly could not read. It was his superpower that I told you, because the fact that he could not articulate words or manipulate words, right, to steer narratives, he could only speak from one place, and that was from his heart, how he felt, his emotional state. And it was a little dark in there, I get it. But it also, when you remove the darkness, there was some phenomenal songs that were written there, right?
Yeah.
Now, it also cost them when it came to contracts and all that stuff, because he couldn't read.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's a give and take. And so I applaud anybody, I don't care how old you are. Don't be dumb with a smartphone, as Chuck D would say. In your phone now, you can put hooked on phonics. It's so many things you could do to really help you stretch your vocabulary.
Yeah.
And because you don't know how to do none of that and still function in today's society.
Yeah. Somebody
So,
said,
you know,
most people can't read out loud.
Floyd
It's a fact.
Mayweather. There's a lot of people who had actual reading, difficulties, but it didn't stop their shine.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Fantasia. Goddamn. That's the whole goddamn world.
Yeah.
And that's what Sesame Street is for. Get in there. Even as a grown man, it might seem weird. Just don't have no kids around you while you're watching. Click on that Sesame Street. They giving it up. Elmo and them be breaking shit down. Anywho.
Somebody said, word, don't be like Cam Newton. That was funny. Did you see that clip?
No, he couldn't read either? He can't read?
No. He said a word. He said he was on a podcast with Lady London on his show. And she said, how do you describe your style? He said eclectic. And she said the word is eclectic. And yeah.
And what about your man from Dipset, Jules Santana, who said kids don't need to know how to read.
They just need to know how to start businesses.
They just need to know how to start businesses. And I get what he was saying, but dude, the reading and writing is the fundamentals. Now, let's not go into a deep dive about the English language and the spells that are in the English language. I get all of that. But in order to break the spell, you got to know the spell exists, goddammit. Start somewhere. Start with Sesame Street. Shit.
Yeah.
All right?
Titan is just getting into Sesame Street, actually.
Of Urban X.
Say it again?
I said Titan is just getting into Sesame Street,
Dude,
Putting them on.
I told you,
Putting them
we
on.
all been on Sesame Street.
Yeah,
Keep the tradition going.
So
Now,
it's
here
on
PBS
Netflix.
ran out of money, but that's another story.
It's on Netflix now. Sesame Street. They're trying to buy everything.
Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Yeah, that was my shit, man.
Yeah.
And I told you I was supposed to be on Sesame Street, but we just didn't connect,
Yeah.
I knew the black guy personally. He said, bring him on down, And I couldn't make it. I probably was in the streets and shit,
Hey, let's get to some more stuff.
Side note. What's the name of this show, guys? It's nice to say hello, hello. It's nice to say hello, hello, and how do you do? I'm fine, we're fine, you're fine, we too. I'm fine, we're fine. So how are you? It's two girls that's on a swing and they got a guitar. What was the name of that show?
I can't remember.
Secret Garden or some shit some shit. I'm dating myself. I'm going way back, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Magic Garden. Magic Garden. I used to like that show. Electric Company.
I know Electric Company.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. What else we got going on, Mal?
J. Cole announced his new album, The Fall Off, February 6th, I think.
February 6th.
February 6th.
Get that smoke.
I'm just happy he put a date to it finally, because I keep hearing these albums are supposed to drop and when they're supposed to drop and things like that. He's finally put a date to it. I'm just happy something's coming out. He put out a new single that I thought was very, very good. Did you hear it?
Yes. Him doing the song His Life in Reverse, literally. Right?
Yeah, it was dope.
That was dope. Nas did it years ago with a story.
A bunch of people has done that.
Yeah.
The Game did it. Yeah.
Here's the thing I want to say about J. Cole. And I want to give him grace, right? This is what I think happened in the war. I think based on his pay level, right? When the shit popped off, I think he was ready to give K. Dot the smoke, right? I think he got a call from Jay-Z, his boss. And I think his boss said, get out of the way. You don't know what's going on here. Lucen Grange, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, I think they all were lining Drake up. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because it was premeditated, even how he got on that song with Future and all of them, because this was premeditated, I think J. Cole didn't know nothing about that. If you are not in the know of what goes on in the boardrooms, so his first attempt to come out was about, okay, here's a little lob, little left-hand jab. Let's get it popping. And then I think Jay-Z told him, this is bigger than you. I need you to get out of the way. And in doing so, he had egg on his face. That's what I think happened. Yeah. And because he couldn't say nothing because he sworn to the oath as well, he had to step back and deal with all of the bullshit, because if that was the case, why throw a shot in the beginning and take it back? Somebody above his pay grade, which is Jay-Z, told him, this is bigger than you niggas rapping on the street. We have created an AI or somebody with AI abilities named Drake, right? Who makes the perfect songs, who now think he went sentient. He really starting to believe this shit. And now he has a lot of people following him, right? And we need to cut him off at the source, because if not, this shit could go off the rails. So we gonna employ one of our employees, because they both employed by the same people, to begin the attack. Now, as you're moving the chess pieces on the board, J. Cole comes out first. He came out first. Like, I'm ready for this smoke. And they just had to pull him off to the side. And in doing so, it made him look like a piece of shit to those who wanted the competitiveness. And I think that's what happened. And that
is fair. That is fair.
That's all I'm saying.
Because I always like that entire thing. When he stepped in it, again, I thought it was a cool little, I bet. And I said this 2 years ago when it happened. I'll say it now. I think had he stayed in, it would not have gotten that ugly.
No.
Right? Like, I think like it, because you got a friend group that there might be people in here that don't really like each other, but you are probably the glue that's kind of keeping it,
everybody at peace, at bay. Yes.
At peace. You not there. You don't go out to the club one night. You hear they fight. You're like, yo, what happened? Like, he finally said something to him, and he finally said something to him. I never liked you, and they finally go, and that's what happened. Like I think he would have kept it rap, and because he wasn't there, that just kind of opened the flood. So that was my whole thing. That was, but aside from that, content wise, for the past 4 years, he's been like leading up to this point where this was the moment. This wasn't just this was the moment to show all of that stuff you've been talking about, because all of his raps have been, I'm better than you, I'm the best rapper alive, I'm better than you, best rapper alive. That's what it's always been. And he's been proving it. He can rap very, very well.
Yes.
I will never take that. He raps very, very well. That moment, it's hard to listen to him. I don't know what the album is going to be. Apparently, it's going to be a double disc. That single was called.
That's what it seems like. Yep.
Disc 2, track 2, something like that. So we'll see.
Let me add
I'm excited
this.
to hear it.
Somebody
I'm gonna
said
listen.
he's not signed to Jay-Z. He will always be signed to Jay-Z. I'll let you figure that out. Huh?
He took a shot. He took a shot at him on Jay. He said something like these so-called kings of these rap.
Yeah. But he will always, because Jay-Z brought him in, right?
Okay.
And even put it like this: if he's not physically signed, he's signed because he signed his blood away to Jay-Z. Jay-Z has the power to call him and be like, bro, I need you to move out of the way. Sort of like the dude, since we on Dr. King's birthday, the Reverend, after many years, who forgot he was on TV and said, I stepped in the balcony and then I stepped to the side so they could get the shot. Niggas is like, what? Yeah. He said that.
Yeah.
Dick Gregory played it for us. One of them reverends who was out there, and them Jesse Jackson phonies and shit, years later, he said, I stepped to the side so they could get the shot. I think J. Cole stepped to the side so they can get the shot. He didn't want to. The competitiveness in him wanted to go to war, but this is never about rapping. This is about corporate takeovers. This is about, they owe this sentient being that they created $500 million. He already, secured the last deal, and now he's trying to take over the industry the way Prince and Michael Jackson, and when you have a sentient being, right, somebody who morphs into whatever they want him to be, start thinking for himself, that's a dangerous thing, Malcolm.
Yeah.
That's a very dangerous thing. So he had to get, clipped.
Ooh, that was,
but I think
that was
the
a
album,
hell of an analogy.
Yeah, I think the analogy, the album is going to be great.
And I want to talk about, this kind of signs and symbols. The album was called The Fall Off, right? Mm-hmm. It was always going to be called The Fall Off. Like, he announced this a minute ago.
Yes.
But you got to think about the timing now and where he actually is in his career. Like,
yes.
So I don't know if he spoke that into existence or the numbers just lined up right, but
and the date of the album, 2/6, somebody was telling me that's something to do with North Carolina or Charlotte, whatever he from. And so this is now in alignment. The fall off is here. The industry has fallen off. He has fallen off. Let's see where this thing goes. Right?
Yeah.
And what does this mean for the Iceman Cometh now? Which is Drake's piece.
And again, when you talk about like it's more than just two people rapping at each other. Like, even the Super Bowl, no, let's stick to college football right now. College football, because everybody is not sponsored by the same people. Like one team school could be sponsored by Adidas, one school could be sponsored by Nike and stuff like that. That's who is really at war. Like, after you see a game, right? After you watch a college football game, look at the sponsored social media. They already got posts ready. They already got commercials and stuff ready, because that's what it's really about. It's really about having our person in our clothes on the biggest stage. And in the
NBA Finals, when Steph Curry was represented by Under Armour or some shit.
Yeah.
And KD was represented by Nike. Do not tell me that does not play into who wins this MVP. This is a corporate war.
Yeah.
The rap, you niggas is just in it. You know what I mean? Above that is everything else that keeps the construct in place. So as a fan, you may want to say K-Dot versus Drake was classic, and it was. As a corporate entity, who won? Right? Look at the RICO charges Drake is facing now, right?
Yeah.
From the same entity who hired him. You know what I'm saying? Who gave him his contract, right? And so it's both of them signed by Lucien Grange, which we pointed out early, and people was looking at us like, you missing the point. No, I'm following the money. I'm following the decision makers. I'm following the ones who shape narratives. You know? Interesting.
Interesting stuff, man.
While 2-6 is the trade deadline. I think it's 2-5, might be 2-6. If 2-6 falls on a Thursday, does anybody know? Because the trade deadline is usually ends on a Thursday or something. I don't know. Let's move on.
I know they putting out that's a Friday.
Okay, so 2-5 is the deadline, and it says 2-6 is the nickname for Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's where he's from. Okay. So he got that lined up. Nice. Thank you for the super chat. For people contributing to the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, people.
So Malcolm, now, how you doing?
I'm good. I had a good week.
You had a good week? Because we were getting so many complaints. We're wasting 14 minutes of airtime talking to each other, seeing how we doing, and that's a crime. But 14 minutes in social media,
it's a long time.
That shit is like 3 hours. Nigga, you got me waiting 3 hours, and y'all don't eat y'all father and son. Don't y'all talk. Shit, get to the damn show. And so I get it. You know, all love.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break, and we shall return. We've been off for an hour.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a little break in there.
We'll be right back.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, your favorite angel oracle. When was the last time you had a spiritual tune-up or felt truly aligned? All my angel services, whether it's an oracle card reading, chakra balancing session, or even mental healing sessions, are a channel to help provide you assistance on your journey. Whether you're looking for clarity, balance, or just direction, your journey is always evolving with every intentional decision. Connect with me today. Visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, to see all services and availability, or call or text me at 786-828-8722. I'm so grateful to continue to be a vessel assisting you on your journey. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.
Some people cry when it hurts. Others, we laugh because it's the only thing keeping us alive. And gotta laugh to keep from crying, Dwayne Bowser rips off the emotional armor to reveal a story that's both devastating and deeply healing. Abuse, addiction, near death, and somehow, redemption. This isn't just another memoir, it's a survival guide disguised as a story. If you've ever battled mental health, felt crushed by trauma, or numbed your pain just to get through the day, this is your wake-up call. You don't need to suffer in silence. You don't need to carry the weight alone. There's a way out, and it starts with truth. This is a must-read for anyone on a hero's journey of healing. Click below to grab your copy before another laugh turns into a silent cry.
And we are
back.
Shout out Ascending Infinite Goddess, the Queen. for all that she does and her contributions to our small but knit community. We are back on Sundays for Monday morning meetup.
Yes.
Our Sunday meetups. Come on and join us if you are a member. If you are not a member, time to become a member again. Get back in the mix with us. We have some great things coming for you. And it's a cool way to just show us, the little guys, a little support for what it is we do. Mama Dot, you running any ads this week? Any clearance sales? Yep. I got a bunch of embossed hoodies up under the table here.
And
they must
cold.
go.
And it
among
is cold.
other things, we're preparing for February. We're not going to do the 28 for 28 and all of that, but we are going to have some great deals in February for you. The book now, whatever hold up was at Amazon, is over now. You can get Gotta Laugh to Keep From Crying right now. In 2 days, it'll be on your desk. I need reviews still. All right, the reviews matter for a young, author, young, if only. You know what I mean? Like new, independent artists. And for the first time, all three, because this one just got on Amazon today. All three of my books, bro. My life's work is available on Amazon.com. Also on my own website, DwayneBowser.com. I'm super proud of this body of work. And you can come be a part of that legacy and that history with me. And I thank you so much. We laugh, we joke, but in all seriousness, I appreciate you guys. Yep.
All right.
You know?
So let's get to some more stuff.
Yep.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So right now, there is a major college basketball scandal happening with about 20 different players, a few different schools, and a point shaving scheme. Crazy. Right now, bro, we talked about what's happening with the sports betting and stuff like that. College sports is in a world of its own right now. I just don't know if you're watching like what's really happening. There's something wrong with these college players, and I can't really put my finger on it. But did you hear about this college?
I'm hearing about it today. It came across my timeline as breaking news, so I didn't get a chance to get into the details. But I'm not surprised. Right?
Let me see if I can find it.
Money corrupts all of this, right? And so as long as there's money involved somehow, some way, and when I keep telling you, when poverty is your religion, money is your God. And all they do is wave that God in front of you. You are going to crack at some way. You come from poor neighborhoods, disproportionate, disenfranchised, and money. You think money is going to solve your problems. But if you look at all the so-called rich people, they still got problems. It's just that they don't have money problems, but they still got relationship problems, health problems, all kind of issues you know nothing about. But when you're programmed a certain way, so you get these young kids, and when they realize how they can control the game, this has been going on for 50 years.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson shave fucking points. I don't care what nobody say.
Hit the button.
Allegedly.
Okay?
All right.
They were too important and had too much power. Continue.
This is according to Yahoo Sports. 20 men have been charged in a point-shaving scheme that involved more than 39 college basketball players on more than 17 NCAA Division I teams, leading more than 29 games being fixed, according to a federal indictment. The scheme began around September 2022, initially focused on fixing games in the Chinese Basketball Association before targeting college basketball games. The group offered bribes to college players ranging from $10,000 to $30,000 to compromise games for betting purposes. Now, again, once you make betting legal, what do you think is going to happen? You get what I'm saying? Like, what do you just kind of? I'm actually, I'm actually the one who controls how this game is gonna go, and I have how much coming to me if I want. Yeah, it's a mess, bro.
Gambling, the house never lose, bro.
Yeah, and I've never seen so many people bad at something continue to do something.
Yes.
Gambling, just numbers wise, percentage wise, you're going to lose more than you win. And why do we still do it? It's
because the thought of not having to work or, put that work in to achieve what normal or so-called normal people do is alluring. You mean I could take a shot and clear up all my debt? You could. You could take a shot and go further in debt, which is the probable, into that. And so $30,000 and all I got to do, I normally score 20. I just got to score 12. I think I can do that.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when we look at it from this standpoint, this is why elections are, all of this is rigged. Everything around you is rigged.
Yeah.
You think I'm a be in power and let poverty-stricken people vote me out of power?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to anybody who's using their thought process. I don't like to talk to people who don't give themselves a 35% conspiracy wavelength or conspiracy buffer to even contemplate. You don't have to, but if you tell me the reason I believe this is because the government said it, because they said that on the news, we have no space for conversation whatsoever, because
that's a fact.
There has to be some wiggle room to say, well, what if this Christian thing is not real? What would life look like? Or what if the government is lying to us and they not telling us? We have to, what if the Republicans are lying, right? What if the Democrats are creating that? You have to, because at minimum, it leads to a conversation. Most people don't want conversations that are hard to deal with anymore. They want their lives handed to them on a platter. I'm just going to live out my life. This is what they say it is. I avoid those people like the plague, right? And so when we're talking about gambling, it's so boxing. I saw a punch Ali threw that he didn't throw. Sonny Liston foul from a punch that was so fast that not even the cameras caught it. Listen, all of this stuff, the mob don't play no games. They never lose. And if they lose, they coming to see you. And that's on every level. I've seen niggas lose a dice game and have to give the money back because nobody noticed, nigga. Right? Yeah. So it's all rigged. So you go into college now. Dudes was rigged who didn't take the SAT to get into college. Man, this whole system, because it's not built on integrity, it's built on capitalism. And that's gonna breed, what it breeds.
Side note, this is not about betting, right? But the high school All-American game is going on. So practices are happening. So, the camera, they asked them, what you think about the NFL playoffs? 90%, like 95% of those kids said, I don't keep up with the NFL. That bugged me out.
Wow.
Right? Because when you play, guys, when you play from Pop Warner, right, you think you are fixated on the NFL, right?
Yes.
Because that is the highest level
That's
at
the
the
end
thing
goal.
that you're doing. That's the goal, right? You go to high school, you're watching college, but you're looking at the NFL, right? these kids now, they want to stay in college forever. They don't want to go to the NFL no more. Think the quarterback from Oregon, right?
Yeah.
He was a certified number one, maybe number two, maybe
Right.
no. He was definitely number two, maybe
Yep.
number one, definitely number two. And instead, he's going back to college where his draft stock is not going to get any higher. It's going to go lower. He just risked $50 million easy to go back to school to do what?
But because he getting, see, this is why the NIL comes into play, right? He probably got a $10 million deal through the NIL where at least now he can look at his options and go, I don't need to rush there. Shit. I mean, I could stay here 4 years and make 15 million. My bills is paid, right? So the thinking before, when there was no NIL, you got 3 meals from the college, right? And your ribs was touching, and you like, I must go to the NFL, and I must think about it now. I'm coming out early. It's a whole different game now. It's a whole different game, and not necessarily better, but it's a different game now.
But you know what? You know what I think it is? Be honest with you. So the same way we all look for, like, you know, every generation looks for another way to work as least as possible and make as much money, right? Just kind of just follow me here. College football, in a way, like, you're not going to work that hard, and you're not going to work as hard as you will if you get to the NFL. So if you are the man in college, let's say, like, I got it, I'm making a few million here, and this is college, like, I'm just chilling, like, I can suspend growing up. Yeah, I can suspend growing up for as long as I possibly can and still make millions. I guess college is
because
probably
that's
the
the
no-brainer.
new thinking of young people. Young people like, yo, I'm here to get the bag. I could start a goddamn a YouTube channel. There's so many ways now that young people, and so the fall off, since we're speaking about the fall off, is the mindset that you're gonna come out. Everybody ain't going pro, right?
Yeah.
The ones who do go pro go, yo, it's a strenuous schedule. They own me now. And when in college, I got a lot of freedom. Knock these little shorties down and shit. Come and go as I please. Get 4 and 5 lunches in the lunchroom. I'm already a star. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so that's the mindset. And then there are those who go, I gotta make it because I promised my mom's a house and this and that, and you know.
But in other news, University of Miami is in the national championship game.
Let's
guys.
clap that up. They're gonna get smoked, man.
Listen to me. Okay? That University of Miami offensive line is the best offensive line in the nation. That defensive line is the best.
Speaking about betting, you want to bet?
We could do it.
Really?
We could.
You're willing to think they're gonna beat big old Indiana?
By 2 touchdowns. By 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
By 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take that bet. I'm gonna have to take that. No, here's what I think. And this is what I told Eli. The heavily favored team, this goes back to gambling. This goes back to Vegas. The heavily favored team, Indiana, ain't got a fucking shot to win this game. And Eli said, what do you mean? I said, it's in Miami, right? They are at home. That offensive line is crazy. And if you're betting on Indiana because they've been making the history. If I'm a betting man, I'm taking Miami. I don't know if it's going to be by 2 touchdowns, but I'm teaching Eli, follow the game and then follow the money, right? And then you got to follow the ritual. You
Narratives,
know, I need to get
the
into
ritual,
that
all that
aspect
stuff.
of it.
Yeah.
You
all
got
that
to
stuff.
follow the game as a fan. You got to follow the money as a business person. And then you got to follow the ritual because they did a poll that said 90% of all TV shows that ranked in America were sporting events. And 83 of them were football events. And 7 of them were college events. So the Super Bowl, all of that shit topped everything. The only regular shows, I think, was the Grammys or something to show you how sports dominates in this country, right? Which means betting dominates in this country, which means alcohol dominates in this country, which means fast food, because they're all connected. All of them promote each other. And so that's the narrative. But there's always a ritual of the Hoosiers from Indiana who know nothing about football, right? Going up against the U, who are going to bring all them legends on the sidelines. That's going to be a part of the ritual. And I'm going to take Miami if I'm betting. Yeah. We'll talk.
Yeah. Let's get some more stuff.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't been keeping up with the tendonism controversy.
Okay.
I haven't been keeping up with that. I heard that the old man who be dropping the meat off the bone. Apparently they was pre-cutting that meat so it'll fall off the bone like that.
They was pre-cutting the meat.
I heard they was pre-cutting that meat, man. I don't know. Listen,
man. I mean, because he was, that shit was sliding off the bone. He would throw his glasses off. And, these little things go viral.
Tendonism.
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 So a little tenderness, right? Come to find out, Keith Lee went and he heard about it. And when he did the thing with the meat, it didn't fall off the bone. But the oxtail fell off the bone. He ate it. He said, oh, this shit is good. He went back in to pay Mr. Tendonism a $4,000 tip. And the security guards would not even let him near him like he was some kind of celebrity. Come to find out, his name ain't Mr. Tenderism. The white guy who owned the restaurant. Secured the name and trademarked the name, Mr. Tenderism, and he's just a spokesperson.
Yeah, he's the black lady from Popeyes.
That they're probably taking advantage of. They let him come in and eat for free. He ain't got nothing to do. His old ass at home, probably just chilling any damn way. And now the line is around the corner. Yeah. And so this shit is crazy. But after Keith Lee did what he did, his name is Keith Lee, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now people, that's why they began to expose that this white guy, now he out there, Mr. Tenderism, shucking and jiving, barbecue sauce and shit. And so that's what we know. That's the latest on the Tenderism thing,
Yeah. They pre-cut that chicken. That meat. Jesus.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. That would make sense. Because that shit was falling. I don't even eat brisket and all that.
Yeah.
And I said, the way that shit fall off the bone, if I ever stop by that neighborhood, let me get the shit that fall off the bone.
Yeah. So High 97 announced that Mero is the new host of the morning show.
All right.
Mornings with Mero. That's out.
Let me ask you a question.
Yo.
Is this the dude with his partner who went up to the Breakfast Club and Envy got in his feelings because they said something about his wife?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this may be a calculated move.
Well, yeah, so Mero from the Bronx, he had a podcast back in the day with Deezus called the Bodega Boys, which was really, really good. That was one of the first really big podcasts out of that boom. Then they had the Deezus and Mero show on Vice, and then I think it went to Showtime. Then him and Deezus fell out over something with the manager. So Deezus has been trying to get on TV. He hosted the Daily Show a couple of times, and he's just trying to get it on TV. Mero has, the podcast with Mello, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, things like that. So homegrown, I think it was the right choice as far as High 97 goes. Plus the tension that he has with Envy, I think is a little,
a little
extra something to kick off, because what is the Breakfast Club's relevance anymore, really? Just really, you know what I'm saying? If we're being honest, they kind of been skating on the past 10 years off of, those viral moments that they've had. They haven't had that in a minute to me. Right, so I think if Mero comes in, shakes it up a little bit, because more people listen to the radio than you realize.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. And
Hot
Mero's funny.
was
Has
kicking
been
their
killing.
ass in New York.
Yeah, on the low. On the low.
Yeah.
On the low. So, interesting to see how this goes.
Shout out Envy, though. He became, I'm going to screw the name up, the artistic director of that big
American
mall.
Dream. American Dream.
The American
Jersey.
Dream.
Yeah.
And he's putting on a cultural event soon. You know what I mean?
Hey, he gotta address the elephant in the room, man. Yeah, I don't know.
No, well, the elephant in the room has already been addressed. That nigga did it. That's the elephant in the room. How else you still walking around here? Everybody else got a RICO case. I could be on the phone with a nigga, be like, "Yeah, go see my man Tony. Nigga, I'm a part of a investigation." And you let this man come on your platform with millions and millions of people.
Yeah.
And you down with the company, dude? You going to Yale?
Yeah.
Unless you. It's the only way out. It's the only way out. Now, check this out. I know it's street niggas. Yo, but I ain't snitching. Yes, you are. You got 6 kids at home, a wife. You got a beautiful, cushy job, making bank. Got your car shows. This is your man. He came home. He was your man back in the day. He gassed you. You know what I mean? To make you think y'all was selling real estate. This nigga got you entangled in some shit.
Yeah.
You think I'm going down for that?
Nah.
Nigga, they wouldn't even had to, for me, they wouldn't even had to bargain. Like, look, Black Dot, you know, we got the case here. We got, no, save all that shit. Don't even bring in the Kentucky Fried Chicken. You ain't even gonna have
Don't bring in the tenderism. Yeah.
Show me with a sign. That nigga. I'll be back on my podcast very shortly. Give a fuck. You think I'm a rat? You all right? I am a rat. For some shit I didn't do, basically? Come on, man. Nah, son.
Do that.
Nah, and I truly believe in Envy's mind, this is just me. He thought, his man knew what he was talking about. This is going to be a great business. You got to vet the people next to you, and you got to have somebody vet them. Especially when you own a platform and you're going to use your platform and you're going to make a little something out of it. Now, if I let you come on and you tell me, you selling voodoo juice and I'm not making no money from it. I'm just giving you 30 seconds. Don't blame me for that, man. The dude, I know him, he grew up, he got a little business. I gave him a shot, But if no.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did that shit. Yep. You did it.
Oh, man. I forgot all about that.
Will be fine. Because he know, and he not built for that. You ain't going up. He would eat the damn Kit Kat on the top bunk that we all know. Don't eat that candy. He would be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know this is the welcome candy from prison. They welcome you in. Big Bubba got something to say about that now.
Yeah.
Now go ahead, and you can take this Vaseline. You can put it on yourself, or I can put it on you. You do this your way. Nah, son.
Jesus.
Nah, son. Yeah.
All right, let's get some more stuff.
All right.
So we got to talk about the black man that was killed by the off-duty ICE agent.
Yeah.
Interesting story.
Now, originally, I got the story late, but on a New Year's Eve, I heard that ICE ran up on black people, and I'm not sure, because, I always let these things digest when I can, because if I move on emotion, I'm pissed, And then the details come out that he had an AK-47 on New Year's Eve letting off, and now the details of it get a little murky. Maybe you know something I don't.
No, so okay, what's I hear reported, they're saying that the off-duty ICE agent, he lived like a block away, heard the gunshots, came, saw him, identified himself as law enforcement, and then the guy Keith Porter pointed the gun at him, and then that's how it happened. So I'm not sure about that piece of the story that he pointed the gun at him, but
here's the thing, Malcolm.
Yes, it's tough.
You're an ICE agent. Your job is just the function of my job. Side note, they paying you $50,000 bonus to sign up and $100,000 a year for you people out of work. Because I definitely would be like, oh, so in the contract, when do I get the $50,000? Oh, that I get that this week. That just goes into my account. All right. And then I get the gun training, and then I just go out and mess with Felipe and them, kind of gather them up, you know, scare them a little bit, throw them in the truck. All right. When do I start? Yeah, it's good money. Benefits too, because you know my teeth, all that. I need a new set of dentures. All right. Now I'm in my house.
Damn, what I said.
I'm in my house, right? And I'm minding my business, and I hear gunshots. You know what I do? I mind my business, because that ain't in my job description. They got me chasing down Alejandro and them. But because you feel empowered, and it's usually them trailer park hillbilly white boys who take that job, right? They failed the police test because they was dumb. Because even the police test, you got to pass it, right? They kept trying for the police test, and they was dumb. They kept failing. However, Trump is allowing them to have a gun anyway. So they jumped into G.I. Joe mode and ran over on old boy, who probably do this every year. You know, people, it's a part of the hood culture, you know?
Yeah.
And he shot homie down, and now I think ICE should be blamed for it.
Ben Crump is on it, as you know.
Oh, you know Ben is on it. If he on it, there's money to be made.
Yeah, so as you guys know. Yeah, I remember the first time, like, I really looked at Ben Crump, like, the first time, it was, I want to say, it was a documentary on BT, and they were talking about Mike Brown, they were talking about Trayvon Martin, and he was the lawyer for, like, 3 of them. I said, wait, this is my first time ever, like, really knowing who he was. I said, time out. It's the same lawyer for all of them.
Yeah.
All right.
He gets paid.
All right. But yeah, so as you mentioned, it is traditional for some people to shoot the gun and thing. Not saying it's the best tradition.
No, I'm not saying, but the local police officers, even they know, don't just run out because you think you heard shots. You're going to hear shots. ICE agents who probably don't have but 6 weeks training and are not trained to deal with domestic shit like that. Your job is to round up illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This man is a sovereign man from this country. Side note, just be careful out here, right? Because these people are moving in a way that's the fall off. America is getting ready to fall off.
Oh, bro,
as a superpower.
You want to talk? Let's talk about something. Hold on. Let me find it for you. Let me find it. I read the U.S. Mint has suspended all sales of silver products. The U.S. Mint is running out of silver?
What?
What does that mean? What is that like?
It means just in my head movies, that other countries are holding on to their silver because we might be going back on the silver and gold standard. I know we've been talking about the gold standard for a while. The silver standard may also be returning. And because they know America's moves in Venezuela and other places is demonstrating fear. That's not superpower shit. It's kind of like fear of the American dollar not holding its weight. Side note, bro, if you into sci-fi and all that shit, of soldiers of the Venezuelan army said the shit America was hitting them with, they said had never seen or heard of, hitting them with sound wave weapons, busting out their guts, incapacitating whole forces before they arrive and hit the ground. Sonar weapons and scalar weapons, attacking communications. So the new form of war is not soldiers on the ground per se. It's we fuck you up before we get there. Then we bring the soldiers in just to clean shit up.
Listen, man, if there's one thing America does is war. Yeah. And America is going to spend on war. We're going to, listen.
And those weapons, I heard about them. Delwood Blair used to teach us about that shit. And Phil Valentine, the scalar weapons and technology that they have. And they use it domestically sometimes. I've seen them use the heat weapon. It's they just hit you with that heat. And it's enough for you to go, oh, shit. And you don't come any closer. And so, but in other countries, and he just said, bro, you don't want to fuck with America. Not like that. And can you imagine what Israel has?
Yeah.
China?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and so the world right now is, it's like 3, maybe 4 countries that are sitting around waiting for whatever the other one does, but they're acting through smaller countries.
Yes.
That's all it is. Acting through these proxy wars, these little moves that are being made, but the big guys are just standing back because they're like, I don't think anybody wants to go that far, but yeah.
I'm also hearing Donald Trump is bringing indictment charges against the Federal Reserve.
Oh.
I'm also hearing that he's trying to keep the interest rate on credit cards can only max out at 10%. I'm also hearing that, shit. And I did hear this, he's trying to stop BlackRock and major corporations from buying up single family homes.
Single family homes, yes, I did, yeah.
So, again, never throw the baby out with the bathwater. Your job is just to observe, because some of the things you're going to benefit from. Because with 24% interest rate on half these credit cards, you be paying that shit for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
The interest.
Yeah.
Right? The Federal Reserve run all of this.
Yeah.
And single family homes being bought up by BlackRock, they're giving you $300,000, selling them back for $700,000. You can't afford them.
Yeah.
Right? So that's just a few of the moves the Trump administration I'm hearing, So just keep the facts where the facts are, and you'll be good.
I like it. Want to take some questions?
Do we take some questions, Malcolm?
We got a few. L.A. Reid settled out of court.
L.A. Reid settled out of court for the bag. Shout out to the sister who was an advocate for women's rights. What happened was the law that came through New York, which was allowed people with time had went by, but they opened it up. She was able to reinstate her case or whatever.
Statute of limitations.
Statute of limitations.
A few people brought Diddy up on that one. I forgot what it was called.
And so
Silent Victims Act.
Yeah, like Silent Victim Act. I think that's the one Ronald Savage was spearheading when he was on the Daily News, on the cover of the Daily News and stuff. And so, L.A. Reid settled. He settled that shit quick.
Yeah.
You know? What else going on?
John Forte passed.
Yes, from the Fugees. R.I.P.
Fugees. Yeah.
John Forte was one 50? Of the original members. And he was writing songs. And even though he was a little bit more behind the scenes, he got caught up in some trafficking stuff, and had to do 14, 15 years. But his sentence was commuted by Bush. And so he was able to come home and reestablish and restart his life. And I don't know what happened to him after that, but he died at 50. You know, that's a young age.
Yeah, that's young, man.
But R.I.P. him. I heard rapper Corrupt is being hospitalized right now. We want to send him some well wishes. I don't know any of the specific details, but he needs to get well soon.
Yeah.
What else is going on, Malk?
Mary J. Blige got a residency in Vegas.
All right. Mary in Vegas for a while. Usually when you hit Vegas, you try to get that last bit of money for a while.
Yeah. When I think of Vegas, I always think of Bruno Mars. Did you hear his new single?
No. Is it good?
It's more the same. He does it very well.
Okay.
But it's more of the same when he was doing the Silk Sonic stuff.
Okay.
He just does it very well, but it's just all kind of showing like, all right, this is all you got? Like,
Yeah.
all right. But
And
Who
so
knows?
when you get to the Vegas residency, that means the chips is a little low. You know? But Mary is a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
She will be around forever. And
Guys, I mentioned this a few weeks ago. Olivia Dean's album.
Oh,
Phenomenal.
I got put on through TikTok. And I went down a rabbit hole. And she reminds me of Amy Winehouse.
She reminds me
Amy
of
Winehouse vibe.
What's the girl who sings Put Your Records On, Corrine Bailey Ray, something like that?
Yeah.
That's who she reminds me of. That's who she reminds
that kind of
me
vibe. Yeah. It's another sister called Soul Cleo.
Cleo Soul
coming out of
She's dope.
Same place. Yeah.
She's
they
dope.
kind of got their hand in London right now on Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get some more stuff. What else we got? Oh, you seen Eric Adams scamming?
Is he scamming? Tell me about the scam.
I heard it was the New York City crypto was like a rug pull. He made like $3-something million, and then he told that guy to go F himself on coming off the plane. He couldn't wait to get that.
He told a lady that was the lady he was arguing.
Oh, yeah, it was a lady. Yeah, he couldn't wait to get that off.
He told her to go fuck herself, and I'm from Brooklyn, and he couldn't wait to let that one go from all this mayor shit, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was a scumbag to begin with, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he got the job, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Yep. What else we got going on? That's it?
Yeah. Let's take some questions, guys. Then we up out of here.
What we gonna do Monday night, Malcolm? Let's go. It's the you all day. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about the game, Malcolm. The game on Monday night.
Listen, man. Listen. I'm telling y'all. I'm not gonna lie, but my nerves be bad, man. When I'm watching my teams play, man. Like I was pacing around the house, I was screaming, waking up my kids. Like I was, they probably neighbors probably call the cops on me. I was bugging. Like,
did we
I
see
don't need that.
Another Day, Another Battle? I did. It was a phenomenal movie. It was phenomenal.
Okay.
And with Girlfriend winning now, Tatiana Taylor wins the Golden Globe for supporting actress, right? Clap that up. Mm-hmm. What I'm hearing is the normal. What she had to do to win that role, she had to be over-sexualized, and I get it. I'm not in defense of that. However, I think Sinners was a better movie. And your man knocked down a white girl. He walked down a she-devil, Michael B. And she hopped in that nigga's mouth. That shit disturbed me. Y'all ain't talking about that shit. If we gonna be fair, let's be fair about the shit. She, pow, down that nigga's throat. All right? So, this is what, if you play in the Hollywood game, this is what Hollywood do. So she was polarizing on the screen, though. You know what I mean? She played the hell out of Her character. So when I go in knowing that the guidelines for Hollywood is not going to portray us 100% in the best light, I understand. That's it. I think Michael B should win an Oscar. And I'm just going to have a little footnote that she-devil spit down that nigga throat. It's going to be a little side note. Confirmation bias is what we call it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. I haven't heard the French Max B song. I heard it was pretty good though.
Oh, that's a heat rock.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
That's a heat rock. Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I talked a lot of mess about Max B, but shouts out.
Yeah.
Throw some Mamdani. I'm
Mama
not in New York, man.
Say it again?
Somebody said throw some Mamdani. I'm not in New York, man. What you think about him?
Mamdani, but I don't know what he trying. I mean, for the fact that they let a Muslim or somebody of that nature become the mayor should let you know it's fixed. They let a black man named Eric Adams, who ran through the clubs and is probably a fucking Brooklyn hood booger, become the mayor. What? Y'all have to know this all. That's happened because they allow it to happen because it's a part of a bigger narrative.
Yeah.
You'll get a woman next. They made the fire commissioner a chick who never put out a fire a day in her life. She's now the commissioner of the fire, and she LBGT WQRZ. She all that shit, but she was in ambulances. You know, she was 30 years served as the ambulance. Now, do you know the difference between putting out a fire and then showing up with the ambulance when the fire is already put out and just putting a few people in the back? And you know what I mean? It's just night and day. How you going? You ain't carried a body through smoke. You don't know the protocol. Dude, it's the fall off, nigga.
You right.
It's all falling off.
I like that. Mike Tomlin's out. Yeah, 19 years. I didn't realize he was a coach for that long. But they needed to let him go. Or he needed to step down.
He needed to step down.
It was too long.
Time. It's time.
Yeah.
Right? And so a fresh new start, because the message just gets redundant.
Same thing with the Ravens, John Harbaugh. Apparently
he took the Giants job.
Even if you coach that long, sit out, bro. Like,
give yourself a break.
Yeah.
Go on TV on Sunday for a few interviews. You get burnt out, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the street sign on 151st that says Black Trans Lives Matter? I did not. Because their lives do matter. Everybody's lives matter, guys. Yeah.
Did you just say all lives matter?
All lives matter. Trying to get us a sponsorship around here. All lives matter. Yes. Yes. Yep. Should we be rooting for America to fall? Symbolically, the systems should fall. America would never fall because it's been here before these pilgrims got here, right?
I live here.
However, the systems that have turned us away from our spiritual selves, away from our sovereign self, that needs to fall. Capitalism in this country, as it is currently run, needs to fall, right? And so when we speak about the fall, that's what I'm speaking about. But am I talking about bombs and nuclear blasts coming in where we not gonna survive? I hope it don't get that far. But when Trump comes in,
Verizon was out yesterday. I don't have Verizon, but like the people who I know who had it were like, I never felt that hopeless in my life.
Yes. And a lot of times, that'd be a test run, Malcolm.
That's a scary feeling.
That'd be a test run, knock the phones out, because we are so conditioned now, we can't live without that phone. We feel cut off from everything.
Ali Sadiq, in one of his newest specials, he talked about how he has a landline phone, and in Texas the grid will go out.
I saw that. That was funny.
He said he was on the lawn with
on the landline.
Like, what up?
I still have a landline number, but I don't plug the landline phone in.
Yeah.
Right? I still know the number. And so that's how you get so involved in technology and all of this stuff. And when they pull it away, you feel like your entire world has collapsed. You know?
Interesting stuff, man.
Democrats won a civil war.
What'd you think about the Jaguars coach and the reporter?
Oh, Miss Lynn Jones, Big Mama. Listen, I loved every minute of it.
I didn't see a big deal.
I'm tired of all of these reporters. They all ask the same questions. What happened in the second quarter? We tried to win. Well, what happened at the end of the game? We tried to win. What happened? We lost. Like, what kind of fucking rhetorical questions? 90% of them, even the women on the sideline, because they do that now because women watch football and all that other shit. And they trying to sell beer and pretzels and sex and all that shit. Tell me, how did you feel when you scored the touchdown? I felt great, bitch. I grabbed that shit. The game was on the line. You had an opportunity to win. What happened? Bitch, I dropped the ball. That's what, so to see this reporter, and that was the motherly instinct in her.
That was
saying, hold your head up. That's what my mother would say. Dwayne, hold your head up. You tried your best. You went out there. You gave it your all. He was about to cry, bro. And to hear a black woman recognize that in him and tell him, y'all had a great season. You know damn well y'all wasn't going to win it. Y'all beat some good teams along the way. Y'all going to get better. You hold your head up was a breath of fresh air. And I heard Jamel Hill and a few other people had a terrible time with this message at that moment. Like, what was she supposed to do? Continue to ask the same rhetorical questions that everybody else asks?
Yeah.
All right? So I personally loved it. I thought it was on point.
I saw the reaction before I saw the videos. I'm like, oh, what did she say? Like, oh my God. Oh, what did she? And then I saw it. I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep, you're right. She spoke life into that man and that team, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of football, that dude, Seaton, he was the 5-star tackle that went to Colorado. And he said, come here for the culture. Come here for your culture. He just hit the portal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What happened to the culture? Nigga? Yeah.
So, I don't know how. I think Deion's out this year. I don't think he coaches another year.
No, I think he's made his point. He didn't just run out the door right after his sons left.
Yeah,
can't do that. He planted the seed. He's cancerous. Yeah. He's on the edge. Shit, the Browns might hire him for their job. Why not? His son played there. All of a sudden, Deion Sanders on the sidelines of the Cleveland Browns as their head coach. Can't do no worse. Yeah, could happen. Then all of a sudden, he healthy again. I spoke to God, and even though my liver's out, my bladder, cancer, got my toes and my feet, God said this was the opportunity to come in and shine. And so I want to thank Colorado for giving me an opportunity. But yeah, that's what he would say.
Yeah.
Aaron Hall has been missing for a while.
Really?
You damn right. Not only is he probably, let me say,
allegedly, on
all of those tapes, he was a literal monster. He got that girl pregnant at 16, and now you know all of that stuff is being brought up. That may be why he's.
Listen. I've been seeing some AI. Like the guy is like on camera, and he's showing like he was doing the Stranger Things cast like next to him, and he's just doing the motion, and then you see that the Stranger Things actor doing it too. Like he's doing AI. It is looking like 95% like that's how crisp it's looking.
Yeah.
Celebrities are waiting for that to get official,
and then they're gonna pop champagne.
It's a wrap. It's over. It's
They're
over.
gonna pop their champagne because prove it. How do you
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And that's the sad part about it. Yep. And with
But
that
guys,
being said,
okay, we love y'all.
we
Don't
do.
forget to like, share, subscribe, download the Urban X Podcast app. It's on iOS, Google Play Store, all that good stuff. Join the membership at www.urbanx.nyc.
Yes.
Go to Amazon, get all the stuff. Go to shopurbanx.com. This is one of our classics, man.
Oh, that's a classic. Oh yeah.
Come on, classic.
Ooh, yeah, you took it back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm woke, but I take naps. All right, and yeah, man, we will see you guys next week. Peace.